Oh, wow, we've got 7 people in already. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we all doing? I am picking things up off the floor to make sure I can move my chair, but I'm also Alex, a Euro expert, and I am here, and maybe Jem will join later, to give a bit of a watch on to PSG v Marseille v PSG, and of course also discuss other topics like what Ahmed straight put in the chat, Ollie in or Ollie out. Perhaps we'll discuss this in a minute, but for now, people, let's go. That's a cool intro, isn't it? Let's see what everyone's doing. Ollie in or Ollie out? I am, of course, Ollie out. My God, they were so bad. So bad. And for the people joining early, I appreciate it. Just bear in mind I'm doing a bit of promotion things to get everyone watching, you know? And so my eyes might be phasing across. Bear with that, of course. But yes, we'll be going through your questions as well. And who would you bring in? And to watch this, Jake has said to the dilemma to watch this or the F1. You watch the F1 if you really want to, and you have this on in the background, Jake. That's the best balance, both worlds. Ahmed, I would bring in Zidane at Man United, but more on that in a bit because we are, of course, talking Marseille v PSG. Now, for those who don't know, this game has a pretty bad history. If you remember when Neymar accused a player of being racist to him, that was this fixture last year. That was when Lewin kung fu kicked another player. It's very hostile atmosphere, this game. I'm going to get the lineups now. Now, I've not actually seen the lineups yet, so this would be interesting. Let's get them up. This is PSG. And please share the stream, people, as well, because I have done my best, but obviously we need to get other people in. We've got Hassan in. Mini 18. I haven't spoken to you in ages, Hassan. Mini 18 Premier League club fan base who said Ollie in needs time. I'm loving that so much. I love he needs time just to process. Right, let's have a look at the lineups. I'm going to share the screen without looking at it. I think I've just pulled it off. We're kicking off in 10 minutes, by the way. And yes, the link will be in the chat. Steve Van Dander, Dylan is in. Hello, Dylan. Big up to you, my friend. He's a TikTok legend. I'm good. I hope you're good as well, Dylan. Yeah, we'll be discussing your topics. But lineups, I'm sharing the screen. Dun. Let's have a look. Right, Marseille have got Pau Lopez in goal, William Saliba, Shaletta Sarr, and Luan Perez in defence. Rongier, Kamara. Yeah, this formation, I know they're weird. Rongier, Kamara, Larola. So this is quite a defensive formation for Marseille. Usually they play like 4 attackers. Cengiz Under, Guendouzi, Pai, Milik. That's a strong front unit. 5-0. Sue. Well, let's go on the other side of the Sue coin because we've got Lionel Messi starting for PSG in the number 10 role, alongside Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe up front. We've got Danilo Pereira and Verratti. I've done a bit of analysis on him recently. When Verratti plays for PSG, when he doesn't play, on average for PSG, every season they lose I think it's 10 points, or that's what they've lost without him in the games he hasn't played, or the 100 games he hasn't played. Basically, he's a big bonus to them tonight. And if they lose with him in the side, I'll be shocked. Nuno Mendes, we should all keep an eye out for him tonight. He's actually playing really well. Hakimi, it's the all-star team, isn't it, really? Right. That game's kicking off in 10 minutes. I'm giving you all the opportunity to ask some questions straight away for him. So, Mo Salah, the best player in the world. Is Mo Salah the best player in the world right now? Yes. In fact, guys, let me quickly... I'm a bit biased, and I have to show you why, because... Oh, my goodness. I'm getting this up. When it came to this morning, lads... I was in the bits here. I was in the bits on FPL. Look, ignore the Liverpool players here. We have 9 points for Livramento, then 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0 for Tierney, and we've 2 on the bench. Big up, 42 points. He's carried me. He is the best man in the world, Velv. He's the best man in the world. Why is Genie not playing in midfield? That's a good question. So Wijnaldum's not playing in midfield for PSG. Quite simply because he's been quite poor for them. There's not really any other way to say it. He's not For PSG, in the midfield, to give you a proper answer, Ben, with the attack they have, Di Maria, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, they require a lot of structure in midfield. And Wijnaldum quite simply just provides none of that. He's not about that. He's more about pressing and roaming. So he doesn't suit their team. It's quite out of all the transfers they made so far, besides Ramos, because he's yet to play, Wijnaldum is probably the biggest flop. It has to be said. Most high scoring African in Premier League history. I saw this. Dylan is predicting a 3-2 Marseille win. Steve will come on and score a hat-trick. Of course. For anyone who likes Dylan's little picture here, it's very nice. If anyone else wants it, they can message me on Twitter and I'll design it for you for free. Not that specific one, just any player in general. Wijnaldum's an energy merchant. Yeah, I can see what you mean. He's not really, like I said, just not providing much of PSG. Like it was basically, if PSG didn't have their all-star cast, he'd probably play in the number 10 role. But he's not needed there. I still Lukaku as captain from last week. Oh dear, sir. Oh dear, Jakey. It depends. Mendy was the best African in 2021. No genie slander, please. Yeah, no, Wijnaldum's a good player, but he's just not suiting PSG. Right, to give a bit of a lowdown tonight, I will put the link in the chat. In fact, I will not right now, but it will come in after about 5 minutes. You let the game cook up. Bear with me. I will just type a little preview tweet for other people joining. You know, let's make sure my camera is actually. There we go. So, what do we call it, guys? I'll say PSG. Watch along. Link to join stream coming at 1950. Lovely. This is one of the real first high-stake games we've covered on the European Watch Along this season, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Stephen Mandanda Dylan says, you don't rate Wijnaldum. Oh dear, you might have to discuss this with Velf. Dylan and Velf, you might not have met. You're both Liverpool fans. You're one of the few Liverpool fans that I'm connected with. Have such a poor fan base in the north of England. I just found a picture of Fred hugging Canate, and he was giving a dirty look. Oh dear. Yeah, I couldn't believe the United game. That's probably why they're not in the stream. The United fans are just in utter shock. I think, by the way, for this Marseille PSG game, PSG fans have been banned from attending, but they're probably forcing the win just because the French authorities couldn't confirm they'd be safe. We're gonna make sure we get it on TV now as well. Best thing Ronaldo did was boot Jones. Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't believe the Ronaldo kick. I didn't. For those wondering about the United game, by the way, I didn't actually watch all of it. I was watching Zenit v Spartak Moscow, and that was a fun game. Zenit won 5-1, I think, in the end. I tuned off for 10 minutes to go to prepare for this. That was a good use of my time, I have to say. Here we go. I look at Jem in the chat. What is the score prediction? Well, we had Dylan give a 3-2. I'm thinking, guys, you get the challenge as well. You've all seen the lineup, so I imagine the people who've not watched Marseille are thinking PSG are going to slap them. But Marseille have been great this year. Really good. I think they've only lost one game out of 11. But this is like different gravy. I think I'm going to go over 2-1 PSG win. They can't afford to lose this. If Poch loses this, then big pressure's on him because they haven't played very well this season. Similar to Chelsea, but probably a lot worse. Xavi Simons was pretty good in pre-season. Does PSG play their own youth at all? Not really. Not really, Ben. Has to be said. They've experimented with giving... I forgot his name now. I'll get it up. But they've got a young midfielder whose name escapes me. I know what it sort of is like. I just don't want to mispronounce it and be rude. Oh my God. Whose squad haven't even got the match centre up yet? That's poor of them. His name is... This is a lot of effort to answer your question, Ben, but I'm going for it anyway. Where is it? Kimi Pereira. Oh, sorry. I thought I would know, but I can't actually find the. Oh no, Eric Ibimi, a midfielder, a young midfielder coming through the club. Not Xavi Simons, sadly. Yeah, he gets some minutes. So Jem says 3-1 PSG. Of course he does. Jem, I hope to see you on. Oh, he says Poch is a fraud. Yeah, well, if Marseille start winning, Jem, I expect you to come on. It'll be fun. Would you rank PSG in the best 5 clubs on form? On form, no. I would not. I would not, sir. No, they're doing pretty poorly. Despite, I know they're on the surface, it looks like PSG are winning a lot of games, but as I think we're about to find out from this game, it's not working. It's not really clicking as a full team. So, yeah. By the way, there should be goals in this because Marseille. I'm looking forward to the reaction. How many of you in the chat right now have never seen Marseille play? Because if you haven't, you're in for a fun time if you have this game on. It's so much fun. You also say that PSG will lose? Yes, that's what I like to hear. Everyone's against PSG. He's a tank, him. Oh, there we go. Quinch knows about him. Tell me more about that midfielder, please. Right, and then the team's coming onto the pitch now. So it's about to go to. By the way, guys, the link for the to join the stream will, of course, be dropped in about 7 minutes' time. So you can come on, have your say, one at a time, of course. I don't get all of you on at once, I'm afraid. Are United bad? Well, Liverpool too good right now. It's clearly a bit of both. I have to confess, I'm one of those people who put United above Liverpool pre-season. I'm sorry. I forgot they had no midfield. And because Liverpool were boring in the summer, I just overlooked them. Clearly, I was wrong. Liverpool are great. It's going to be a 3-horse title race, really. City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I don't see any of those dropping off. I know Chelsea have started a bit weaker in some ways, but it's giving me 13-14 vibes. It's a lot of fun. Was it 13-14? Yeah, 13-14 vibes. My God. Stadium's just lit up with flares. This is very atmospheric. I don't have commentary on, by the way, so if you get added info, please throw it in there. I would have come on the stream right now, but I left my mic at home. Fair play. Next time. We're in third gear against United. Kind of, from what I saw, it looked like it. Prediction for the new Newcastle manager? Well, have you guys seen that Mark Overmars looks quite set to take over, which is a bit mental? And if he's to take over, does that mean Eric Ten Hag follows? That'd be weird. I kind of hope he doesn't. I want him to go to a team like Man United. If I was a Newcastle manager, I probably would hire Sam Allardyce. I know it's boring and memeable, but at least he'd keep him in the Premier League. That is your best bet of doing that, especially with the squad you have right now. But the game has kicked off. We will watch the game as well as answering your questions, of course. But let us go. Let's see what PSG do now. Yeah, for the people watching for the first time, you're expecting PSG to be amazing, and maybe they will be, but generally they haven't been too good so far. And you can kind of see right now straight away it's going to be they form this sort of 2-4-5 in essence, really. And let's see how high Marseille press. It is at home, of course. Also, they face as tough as opponents. I'm guessing this is in reference to Liverpool, mate. I think. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Now, Arsenal and Spurs are not tough. Oh, if Marseille lose, it's all because they bench Steve. Yeah, big man Steve Mandanda. Marseille pushing high, though. Look at this. Guendouzi, I'm writing an article at the moment. He's intercepted the ball. Milik. Oh, it's nice. Sometimes I do go quiet in these when I'm watching, just so I can encapsulate some interesting tactical thoughts to lay onto you. You've got 15 people watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. I get paid to say that. I don't get paid to say it, but I do get told to say it. Like the video if you can, please. And you'll be able to join the stream in about 5 minutes to answer your questions. If you come from TikTok as well, let me know in the chat so I can make sure that video is working as you guys have gone straight from it. Def's like and subscribe. Yes, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Sinjo. I appreciate that. I think people watching. We've got 3 minutes, and then we're putting a link in the chat, so you can join one at a time. Right. Well, Guendouzi started quite brightly. I'm impressed by this. He's played a lot more of an advanced role than he did at Arsenal. Because that's genuinely where he's been strongest in sort of attacking positions. He's been sort of left of defensive responsibility in some ways. Oh, thank you. By the way, I love your threads on Twitter. Thank you very much, sir. I really much appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Chelsea, Liverpool, or City. Make your prediction. You can win, hold out and win the Premier League. I think it will be Chelsea. I've said that from the start. I do rate Tuchel quite highly, so maybe I'm a little biased in that aspect. But I don't know. I see City finishing third at this point and Liverpool second. Cross in! Oh, that was a huge chance. Marseille should have scored. Arcadius Milik. It's a great free kick in from Payet. Oh, Milik is as free as an ocean. He should be getting that on target. That's a big chance for Marseille. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's poor. That's poor. Ooh. PSG been let off there. I mean, you can see the PSG barely got out of their own half. I don't think I've seen Messi on the ball yet. Payet on fire. I hate the way Chelsea plays so much. Every Liverpool fan, I've noticed Liverpool fans are getting so salty over it. Not you specifically, but on Twitter, Liverpool fans are getting salty over Chelsea. I was having an argument today with, I think, a stats person, a coach. It was like, yeah, Chelsea overperforming expected goals, they're going to drop off. And I was like, well, it's a bit more complicated than that. And he was like, no, you're wrong. They're getting heated, has to be said. I wonder how Velvet did in the chat and coping. 17 people watching. Thank you for watching, people. We've got PSG on the attack now. Now, Mbappe has been pretty poor when he's been up front for PSG, so I wonder if that continues. Got Neymar on the edge. Oh, it's a good tackle from Guendouzi. He's playing very good in these first 5 minutes. We've got Jem say, smash the likes. Indeed, smash the likes, people. Listen to Jem. You know how it goes. Listen to Jem. Oh, Di Maria. That's a great interception there. I think that was Luan Perez, Marseille's left centre-back. Di Maria almost played in. I think that was Mbappe. Oh, that was a big chance there. Could have been. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're new, yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please subscribe. I've seen a few new people in. I come on this channel near enough every Sunday-ish. And we do this stream with me. And also, Jem hosts this channel. He's a mystical guy. Very good person. I recommend watching him more. Marseille just blown a shot over the bar. It's as I mentioned, it's time to put the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come and have their say, they can one at a time. One at a time. There we go. Link is in the chat if you wanted to join. Of course, you don't have to. Very happy to keep chatting you through the comments. It makes my life simpler, to be honest with you. I'm joking. But yeah. Oh, wonderful. Look at that. We've got a subscriber. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to say thank you very often, but thank you. Thoughts on Saturday? Thought on Saturday? Do you mean yesterday? This Saturday? Is something happening, Sebastian? Could you tell me more, please? Oh, Aaron's in. Hello, Amrod. Wish Conrad was starting. So do I. I mean, you stand that mother effer. Thoughts on Salah? We said it at the start of the stream. A couple of people were here. I think he's the best player in the world at the moment. I am slightly biased because he's carrying my FPL team. But you can't knock him. He's been absolutely outrageous in recent weeks. Jakey has said, "Oh yeah, look, I think people are annoyed at this. So, will you post Man United v Liverpool analysis on TikTok?" Here's the thing, Jake. I wasn't watching United v Liverpool, but I was watching Zenit v Spartak Moscow. So, if you'd like me to analyze that game, I'm more than welcome to. But something in me tells me that video won't be very popular. But yeah, next time I watch the big game, I watched Tottenham beat West Ham, and I thought I want to flavour my viewing. 24 people in right now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Streams got off to a cracking start. Let's just hope the game doesn't get delayed, like the last Marseille game we watched. Goodness me. I wish I never captained Havertz in FPL. That's an awful thing. Oh, we've got Big Hassan in. Hello, Hassan. How are you doing?
How you been, man?
I've been good, man. I've been good. It's good to speak to you again.
Yep.
I think didn't you stayed quite a while last time. We just kind of talked through the game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Of all the games, man, you picked Marseille PSG, yeah?
What was that?
I said, out of all the derbies, man, you picked this one, eh?
Right, you keep watching this game. This is the most fiery derby. This one gets fiery. I'm telling you that. And also, we've got Jem mention it as well. Messi is the GOAT. I think we have to mention that as well. But what's your thoughts been on the football today?
Bit of mix, to be honest. I mean, Liverpool expected them to batter them, but not by that much. And yeah, I mean, I was fuming because obviously Bet365 gave me a free £5 bet in it. And I made a massive odd. Right? The one odd that messed me up is because I put Liverpool to score more in the second half. If I took that away, I would have walked away with 110.
Oh,
I put either team to score, or either team to win by more than 2 goals. I put Ronaldo to have 2 shots on target, and it was a free £5 bet in it. So I thought, you know what, just put a high risk in it. I was like, oh god.
when last night, Cohen, didn't you also complain about getting bets wrong?
No. I said I got it right. It was the.
I mean, fair.
It was
I think you've got a bit of a growing gambling.
No. I stopped. I stopped after France won it. I just put France to win it.
Fair enough. I'll quickly run through questions in the chat. Did you watch El Clasico? No, I didn't either. I was watching West Ham v Tottenham. I've picked the best games today. How Di Maria is getting in behind. Cross in. Oh, Mbappe came very close at the back post there. That was very close indeed. I reckon Neymar will get a red card.
What was the score? What was the score for El Clasico? Because I didn't watch it because he was dead.
It was 2-1. 2-1 Madrid, yeah. Because I think for the non-English based viewers in the chat, the person who asked me that question, in the UK we don't get to watch La Liga. It's like the only league we don't have on TV. So it's like, yeah, I just bin it off sometimes. And yeah, 2-1. I saw from what I saw of it. So, well, I know Ronald Koeman got hunted after the game. Oh, Mbappe's in! Good goalkeeper from Pau Lopez. It's a very nice turn from Messi there. Interesting start, but apparently Alaba scored as well. Yeah.
Alaba scored. I heard someone missed the open net or something.
Yeah, Serginho Dest had a very big chance to score, and he completely missed. It was quite poor indeed. But I'll see a couple of things. It's like obviously you're a bit different than the usual person who comes on with and keep you around for longer. I don't boot you off straight away. So are you Ollie in or Ollie out?
Yeah, I mean, you know how they compared Ollie to Fergie? Well, just give him time, man. Back your own words. Don't back out of it. What's funny is, bro, when we sacked Lampard, right, they all said, oh, Ollie's won the Lampard Arteta or whatever debate, but at the end, bro, Chelsea won it.
Yeah.
It was Chelsea that ended up progressing. No, they can
That was,
have them silly debates. But...
that was my thoughts
And,
for it in terms of. I was gonna say that was my thoughts in terms of what do you know what I did think? I was thinking this would just be Arteta in about 3 months' time.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of what I
And
felt like.
I don't know, because I don't want to rule off Oli, because you know what happens when his job's in danger. We've got evidence of it. He somehow does the Undertaker, just wins like 5 games in a row. But
Yeah.
I think he's going through that patch where Lampard had, where it's just like whatever he's doing, they're just gonna concede. And correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't got a clean sheet in the Premier League yet, have they?
I don't think they have. No, that's a good point. Because even Leeds scored against them on opening day.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's a
they've got,
bad start.
and in terms of defensive run, this is probably their worst in the
Yeah.
Premier League history. But no one's wanting to talk about it. And obviously, he's gonna back his friend in it. He's doing what the Chelsea pundits did with Lampard and just back him in it because he's a friend. If that was a Mourinho or someone else, man, he would have ripped him apart.
Yeah. I get you, man. All right. I will ask you one final question for now. I'm actually back on in a bit. To bring it back around to Marseille v PSG. I mean, try to think of a good. Okay. You're a Chelsea fan, right? Hassan?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a Chelsea fan, right? Hello?
Yep. Yeah.
There we go.
I think my internet's going in and out. So 1 second.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm a Chelsea fan. Obviously, you could tell by the pick.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if you could take one player for PSG who's not a part of the front line, i.e. Mbappe, Di Maria, Messi, Neymar. Who would you take for Chelsea and why?
Bro, I've said it before. I said it to Jem. It's between two players, man. Verratti or Marquinhos.
Good choices.
Because Verratti with Kante, oh, bro, that midfield nose game must start. But I'm thinking Marquinhos because of the situation with Rudiger. Like, if that situation with Rudiger sorted, then I would pick Verratti.
I mean, I'll have to interrupt you now because talking to PSG, they have just scored. It was a transition. PSG won the ball. Nuno Mendes did very well to win it. Messi played in Neymar and behind. Neymar volleyed at goal. It gets deflected into the goal mouth. And then I think it might have been Lewin Perez there, trying to defend it. And it just goes horribly wrong indeed. Just making sure it was him there. Oh, dear. Marseille down 1-0. Not really at their own fault. Has to be said. I think it was Lewin Perez there. 1-0.
Yes, Lewin Perez own goal. It's given as an own goal.
Given an own goal, yeah, completely fair enough. Right, I'm gonna go back to hosting it for a bit on my own. Thank you, Hassan. I'm sure we've seen on again, and other people that'll give you a chance as well to come in. Echo stop. Getting told to have vitamins. See you in a bit, Hassan.
See you.
Bye. There we go. All is a VAR check going on the goal. VAR check going on the goal. Jack, hello, Jack. Poch winning against Sai. You might be wrong. I'm seeing VAR, and it's been chalked off. I think it's been chalked off. What's happened here? Bear in mind, I don't have commentary, so tell me if I'm wrong. Nope, it's been chalked off. Goal disallowed. 0-0 once more. 0-0 once more. Everyone said Marquinhos. Kante said Hakimi there. Got 13 people watching. Oh, we got Curran in. Hello, Curran. Good to see you in, my friend. Yesterday, 0-0 against Wolves. They deserve to lose that. Oh, thank you. That was a Man United clean sheet, so they haven't kept a clean sheet. Thank you for correcting us, Karen and Kante. Right, back to the game. We had a good discussion about Ollie there. It was needed for this event. Marseille went straight up the other end and hit the side netting now. And, it was a Neymar shoulder just offside. That's interesting. Jack says maybe Neymar offside on the ball and behind. My stream is behind yours, I think. Yep, it was. Neymar was offside just about. The PSG fans will be fuming about that, won't they? Right. Seems some Paoli for Marseille, for anyone who hasn't watched. He's a very fiery coach. He's a very little man. is getting angry, and he's got a yellow card for himself. Well done, Sampaoli. And he's now off to scream at his technical area. I like how in French, coach or manager is I think it's said as entraîneur or entraîneur, and it's spelt almost like entertainer, which is fun when you have Sampaoli on the bench, but it's not fun when you have someone like Claude Puel, who's like the equivalent of having a stone statue on the bench. He's not very entertaining at all. Oh, PSG having a bit of trouble at the back. Oh, that was a close interception there for Marseille. I think that was Larola. On my screen, by the way, Marseille have shifted into a 4 at the back, but I don't think that's completely true. Another yellow card. They're going to be ticking up. That was a very hefty challenge there from Rongier. Quite a battling midfielder. Saliba ball out to pocket Mbappe. Hello, HJ90. I should say Saliba's been great for Marseille so far, has to be said. I think he's had a hiccup recently. I think it was one game. Can't remember. He looked a bit shoddy. I think it was against Lazio, actually. Might be against Felipe Anderson. But overall, Saliba and Guendouzi have been brilliant at Marseille. Guendouzi a bit more so. But Saliba's definitely been going good. Oh, look who we've got in. Hello, Ads. How have you been?
You right, mate?
You're right, man. How are you?
No comment. you saw what happened earlier, bro. Like,
sorry, man. My apologies. I've forgotten. Okay, so if we were to give you a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being like I'm doing okay, I'm coping, and number 10 being you want a volcano to open up in your house and burn you alive. Whereabouts are you on the scale?
10. I mean, I'm vexed. I straight away got onto phone to Jeremy. He was exactly the same.
Yeah.
We're pissed, bro. Like,
what can you describe your thoughts to Ollie right now?
Out.
Okay, make it a bit more positive. Who do you want as his replacement?
You know what? It's a lot of people say Zidane, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'd be happy with Conte, though. I think, although he can at times be a defensive manager, I think he'll give us a lot more than Ollie ever will.
Yeah, at least you'll be prepared. Like, it might be boring, but you'll win.
Exactly. Bro, we bring anyone in right now, from now to next month. I say we'll have chances of bringing at least 1 trophy this season.
Yeah, I feel that. They just need someone to utilise Sancho and Van der Beek. Like, these are 2 very talented players. They're just been so misused by Ollie.
Yeah, I know, bro. We've already seen Shaw, Maguire, Fred and Pogba play for internationals, and they play like world-class players. But when they come to Manchester United, they don't. It's just there's so many. Look, every single player in our team is inconsistent at Manchester United. Outside of Manchester United, they're consistent. I can't recall the last bad performance Pogba dropped for France. I can't recall the last bad performance Shaw dropped for England. I can't recall the last bad performance Fred dropped for Brazil. It's just at Manchester United. As soon as you step in there, there's just something that holds you back from being consistent. Dropping 3 games in a row, top draw, solid. It just doesn't happen, and this is why the manager has to be looked at now, for sure.
Yeah, I've 100% here. I've got good news. There's a goal, not for United, of course, but for Marseille, because Marseille are beating PSG. Sampaoli's just cracked a smile. The flares have crackled up. It was a really good goal. I was letting you finish your rant there, Ads, but I had to keep a smile quiet. Nuno Mendes gets pickpocketed in possession, I believe, by Larola. Then Marseille, they play a very nice ball in behind. It's Cengiz Under, I believe, on the overlap. He's found a bit of nice space in the right-hand side, cuts it across. Somehow it's fallen to Arkadiusz Milik, who buries it into the net past Keylor Navas. Oh, he maybe should have saved that there. Well, and it's 1-0 Marseille to people who thought PSG would smash him. There it is.
What a goal. Jesus.
I know. Have you got it on TV yourself?
No, I've got it on my laptop.
Nice, man. So I spoke to you ages. You're sticking around. I don't care. I've got someone backstage. I've been avoiding to say your name because okay, I really don't want to sound rude, but I'm going to try and pronounce it as perfectly as possible. It is it Abhishek? Abhishek? I'm going to add you to the stream now. See, you're muted. But I think I've seen you in the comments. One, did I pronounce your name right? And two, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hope you're doing well as well. And yes, you got the name right. It's Abhishek.
Abhishek. Thank you. Thanks for the kind comments as well. You're doing good. What are you doing right now? You watching the game?
No, sadly, I don't have a stream with me right now. So I'm from India, and it's difficult getting all the streams there. Yeah.
I can feel you. To be fair, man, I've been through that struggle. I mean, probably not on a similar level, but it's I've punched my laptop before when I was very young, trying to get a stream. But what have you thought of the football today?
Yeah, so I'm hoping for a Marseille win here because I don't feel that PSG is as good as people make it to be. And also, just so that you know, I'm a Chelsea fan as well. I think our other one came a bit before. So yes, happy with yesterday's game.
That's fair enough. All right, two questions there. I'll ask the Chelsea-centered one first. I mean, I'll make sure PSG don't get a penalty. Nah, not getting a penalty. All right, Chelsea-centered one. Do you think you can beat Liverpool and City to the league?
I certainly hope so. But then, to be really honest, I think Liverpool deserve to win this league this time around, maybe next year. But I really think that we'll be second at least, if not first. We'll be a little bit lucky to win the title. But we should come second with the squad and with the great manager we have.
Wonderful. That's right. Well, you've spoken so eloquently there. I think you're the best person to explain to the viewers because not all of them have watched Marseille too often. Ads, have you managed to watch Marseille too often?
I did a bit last season, but not like near the end.
Yeah. Okay, so Ads is also probably quite clued up on this. But for the people at home, Abhishek, who don't watch PSG and Marseille, seems like you do a bit. Could you give a short explanation of what to expect from each team this game?
So yes, even I haven't watched Marseille too much this season. I have watched in previous season, but yes, PSG. I would say that individual, like as a team, they are not that great. I don't see the team clicking just yet. Also, I'm not sure whether Poch is a right coach for the team to manage, because when he was at Spurs or even before that in other smaller clubs like Southampton and all, he's not used to managing those superstars, right? So even Tuchel says that it's easier managing in Chelsea than it was managing Neymar and Mbappe. So maybe these kind of personalities need a personality in coach itself to handle them, and maybe it becomes difficult somehow.
Damn, very well explained. Right, thank you, Abhishek. I'm sure you'll be coming back on in a bit. We're going to keep the door revolving though, so see you again soon, man.
Sure, nice speaking to you. Thanks.
No, nice speaking to you too, man. Bye-bye. Oh, what a lovely guy there. Right, well, yeah, very nice. It's a bit of nice. Let's call this therapy for you, Ants. I mean,
God.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can. You can talk about United. We don't have to. I'll let you bring it up if you want to. Maybe there'll be some enlightening comparisons. But you've got the game up with the co-commentators here. How have you been watching the game, or not? Have you just tuned in?
No, I've been watching. I missed the first 5 minutes because obviously I was looking for a link that was actually working.
What do you mean? You're watching it legally, right? Of course.
Yeah. Fuck the YouTube comms. This guy, look, Marseille. I don't know why. I just like. Of course, I use them in FIFA a lot. I don't know why. I just have a soft spot for them, and I think they're a decent team. A lot of people they were. I don't think they were great last season, but they did okay for the standards that are set. But they look like they're going to do really well this season, man. They look solidified in their defense, especially, man. That's definitely the biggest issue they had last season.
Yeah, although the defense almost just caught out. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if you're behind because you can offer another perspective. But PSG just came very close once again. Messi played a very nice ball in behind for Di Maria. He crossed it in, and then Saliba deflects the ball up into the air. And Messi with the header forces a very good save from Pau Lopez. That was really interesting. Has that just happened on your screen yet?
Yeah, this just happened. No, that wasn't great. I wasn't great defending, to be honest.
Well,
But
good save though.
yeah, good save. No, listen, the goalkeeper is. Wait, Menander's not playing, is he?
No,
Bro,
he's not. No, he's not. He's been benched.
that's one goalkeeper I rate, Mandanda. I think he's an underrated goalkeeper. I think on his day he can be a really good stop in the goalposts for sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's something interesting here that I've just noticed. It seems like the stewards have put up holding up a fence for PSG to take a corner because Marseille fans are just throwing things on the pitch. There's someone in a voice. It looks like there's a stadium announcer about to make an announcement. We're here again, ads. We're here again.
God.
For anyone who hasn't been watching Ligue or kept up, oh my God.
It's fights galore there, man.
Yeah, it's fights galore. There's just been stuff thrown on the pitch, a lot from Marseille fans, I'll say that much. And there's just been an image of Guendouzi going to the fans and trying to calm them down. He's just gone like that to them. The game looks like it's been halted for a minute here. Deary me, Liga just doesn't help itself at all. Has to be said.
They're replaying that Messi chance, bro. What a save. They're
Really?
replaying that. Yeah, what a save. Jesus Christ. That was a brilliant save. Bro, Saliba, he uses his height well, but in that situation, fam, as someone who's tall, I would never head it backwards or try head it up like he was trying to do. I'd definitely try head it forward, get back a bit, then press the ball forward, fam. What he did there was all wrong. Why would you hoof it up with your head? I wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't play in defense that much, but whenever I have, I've never done that. And I wouldn't let it bounce either. So maybe he had to do that. But I just wouldn't do that, man. No way.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 25 people in. So weird pause on the codes. Guys, if you're still in a comment, I mean, maybe a lot of people are having this on in the background like radio. I mean, I like the idea of that, to be fair. It's quite cool. But yeah, for anyone listening, the game is still on pause at the moment. I'm watching on my broadcast, Messi and Verratti just have a little chat. Because as usual in France, the game has been paused because things are getting thrown on the bloody pitch because they can't help themselves. There's a similar thing happened. I think it was on Friday night at Saint Etienne. Yeah. Again, the game was delayed an hour because Saint Etienne fans tried to charge the pitch and they also threw a bunch of flares onto it. It's just, I don't know what the climate is in France at the moment. It just seems like everyone is so heated. I don't get it.
Bro, it's just always a madness in this league.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're still waiting to take it. Are you on? Is your broadcast BT Sport?
Yeah, BT Sport 2 HD Live.
Okay. So yeah, we should get the same thing. Oh my God, Ian. Still things getting in front. There's riot police having to defend Neymar. This is ridiculous.
Bro, everyone hates Neymar.
The corner's just come in. I mean, I can see a bit of an issue. There's a fence for the fans, but there's a giant bloody hole underneath it.
Bro, I would run through that.
Look, it's just, I don't understand. Why would you have a fence? And there's no point in that.
I don't get that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Look at Marseille trying to play out as a bit brave. I've got 19 to 25-ish people watching. Thank you very much, people, for watching. I'm glad me and Ads have provided a good commentary here. Seem to be enjoying it, keeping us on. Right now, I mean, we're getting back into play now. PSG, they're finding space in behind Marseille's defence, but so far it's yet to turn into anything. I mean, as what I was going to say before, you were watching privately yourself. What did you make of the opening bit and how PSG have played?
Me?
Yeah.
Listen, what I'm going to say is we know the quality of this PSG team, but they haven't looked great recently, and that's just my honest opinion. I don't care about the results; they just haven't looked great. At the start of this game, I honestly thought that they were just going to surprise us all and score early on, but I mean, looks like I was wrong. But obviously, when you have that much quality, it doesn't matter how well or badly you play; you're just set to do something, and they nearly did, especially that Messi chance a few minutes ago as well. First 5 minutes, I mean, they were okay, I guess. It was a bit slow at the start, but obviously then they merged into the game like PSG do, and I think that they're definitely going to score a goal today.
Yeah. I mean, they came close again as well when me and you were talking there. Mbappe raced in behind. That was prime Mbappe play, poked it across goal, and then Neymar having a follow-up blocked really well by the goalkeeper. Pau Lopez, I must say, he's a former Roma goalkeeper. He's there last season, and he did really badly. I think he made like 6 errors across all competitions. I once slated him but he's played brilliantly for Marseille. He's kind of had a Ramsdale style redemption arc. Ewan in the chat, he says, here for the inevitable Steve Mandanda propaganda in the chat. You've slightly missed it. Ewan. Dylan or Steve Mandanda's biggest fan is currently, I think he's just listening along. Corner to Marseille. Pie in. It's cleared very nicely there.
Has Sapoli got a yellow card?
Has Sue, who got a yellow card, sorry?
The Marseille manager, Sapoli. Has he got a yellow
yes,
card?
sorry, yeah. Yes, Pauli's got a yellow. PSG on the counter. Again, great goalkeeping from Lopez.
Oh my God.
Rushes straight out because a ball in behind. It could have been pretty dangerous there. And Di Maria just blocking it well. Or getting out of the way well, sorry. Sort of quick halfway stats. We're 32 minutes in for the people listening along. PSG have had 63% of the ball, but only 2 shots, although they've probably had a couple more chances. Really, they just didn't turn into actual output. Marseille lead at the moment, or Mbappe is getting in behind now. That's going to get cleared away. Guendouzi, I think, he's really stood out to me. As interrupt me if there's anyone else who stood out, but I think I've been quite impressed with Guendouzi, especially from the start here. But yeah, Marseille leading because of an Arkadiusz Milik goal. It was well assisted there. Oh,
Bro, Lopez is impressive.
Yeah,
Good saves.
Correct
Really
myself,
good saves.
sorry, yeah, that's correct myself because the goal did get disallowed, I must say. It's very quietly disallowed, though. So 2 goals disallowed today. I had to double check myself as well. I was just refreshing the stats bit. I was like, yeah, it's 0-0. Was at the start refresh? I was like, oh shit, yeah, 0-0 still.
Bro, these French goalkeepers, these French league goalkeepers are mad. They just come at anything that comes their way, bro. It's crazy.
Gemma said a scoreline banner, please. Scoreline banner. We have a scoreline banner. Of course we do. I'll just put up 0-0. Tag it, of course. Marseille coming forward. Guendouzi. Out wide to Payet. Oh. Getting close. PSG pushing up now. Mbappe. Oh, there's lots of runs going in behind his defense. This could get damaging now. It was Hakimi there. It's a big tackle in from, I think that's Duchaleta. Mbappe. Nice little dink in, and it's headed away well. Was it Chaleta? There's 2 players at the back. It was Chaleta, I believe. Chaleta and Luan Perez look nearly identical on the pitch. Number 15, number 14 as well. Got 19 people watching. If you're listening, when you get a moment, please press the like button. It will help us out massively.
Is
here.
it 0-0?
It's still 0-0, yes.
Jesus Christ. I thought it was a goal.
I know. Oh my God, there's still more things getting thrown on the pitch here. Marseille fans not happy. Messi inside. Lionel Messi. Straight at power.
Oh my God, man. Bro, what is wrong with Messi, man?
He's played very well in the Champions League, but I don't think he's got a goal in Ligue 1 yet.
I mean, I should Google that.
Yeah, go on, you Google it in the background. I don't think he has a goal in Ligue 1, which is quite mental thinking about it. 15 people listening along.
He has 7 goals this season. He's had 4 in the Copa America, 3 in the Champions League, and 0 in the Liga. He's had none.
Damn. There we go.
Disappointing. He's had chances though. I know, in my opinion, he's the best player in the world, but he's had chances.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I think when he gets his first Ligue 1 goal, the PSG fans go mental. If any of them have snuck into the stadium. Marseille coming forward here. PSG defended quite deep, giving Marseille a lot of respect, I think. They're really playing for the counter-attacks, which is probably when they're at their strongest, in fairness.
Hakimi's been playing well, in my opinion. I think
really?
when it's gone down his side, he's actually done it pretty well. They
it's
want
about
to
go down his side now. Yeah, here we go. We've got Messi on the right. We've got Hakimi on the overlap. Messi cuts inside instead into Neymar. The big change I've noticed of PSG is usually Mbappe plays as a lone, isolated striker, but there's been far more rotation in the final third. Ewan says the Marseille fans are slacking. half an hour in, and the game hasn't been abandoned. I think he has a very good point. Oh, ball inside Neymar. Oh, it's a great big clearance there. Huge clearance from Lewin Perez, who's also quietly playing well. We've got 20 people listening. Thank you for listening in. People, it's currently 0-0 between the teams. There's been 2 disallowed goals.
Jesus. Yeah, 2 disallowed goals, people. I mean, fans slacking apparently. Surprised the game hasn't been halted yet.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's getting close. Messi's taking the corner. There's people having to run around and take away the rubbish that's getting thrown on the pitch. It's pretty mental.
It'd be fun to work as like a steward at League One.
I don't think it would. You'd probably get killed. Or like there was that Nice Marseille game a few weeks ago where the fans just invaded the pitch. By the way, there is another game on tonight that I will just provide an update on. It's Inter v Juventus, as PSG have been on attack here. Marseille cuts inside. Messi cuts inside. Sorry, blocked away. But in Serie A at the moment, it's 1-0 Inter Milan versus Juventus. That game is also 30-ish minutes in, I believe. 1-0 Inter over Juventus, and the goal came from Edin Dzeko. No one has taken their shots closer to goal this season than Edin Dzeko in Europe's top 5 big leagues. That's your stat for the day. Meanwhile, though, Marseille, no shots on target, and it's still 0-0, and Marseille deep possession now. We've got coming into the 38th minute at the moment. But I must say, Marseille are starting to take control more of possession. I'm going to see them get that up in the background, but it feels more like PSG are beginning to go for the counter attacks, and Marseille are trying to stretch their play, do their usual play. In fact, in the last 8 minutes, I'm going to get the possession up. In the last 8-ish minutes, Marseille have had 60% of the ball over PSG, which is a big difference from the opening 20 when that was basically the reverse. So big differences here. Abhishek has said that Inter will win Serie A. We'll keep you updated on that, Abhishek, during the game. We appreciate you listening along, and I'll keep you updated on both games so you don't have to go for a stream and sit through hell for either of them. GNA TV is free for the people,
Free for the people.
Free for the people. Free for the people.
Marseille have had 3 shots, 0 on target, whilst PSG have had 5 and 4 on target. It's a very impressive start.
It's a bad omen. Bad omen for Marseille, but it's another good interception there. I think that was again Lewin Perez. There's well-timed stat there because yes, with a great big interception on a cross coming in that probably would have let Mbappe through. PSG corner. They're having to take it quickly now, aren't they? Otherwise they're going to get attacked.
If Marseille win this game, they do go. I think they go to 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, they get 3 points. So they go to 3rd. If they win this game.
My God, it's actually like having a co-commentator. It's brilliant. I'm loving this, Hans.
Yeah, same movement. Yeah. I thought I was just going to come here and talk shit, but it's actually different.
We've got it's interesting. We definitely see we've got we've ruined it for the people listening out, but we've got a lot of people listening in. You can tell by the lack of comments for the people keeping us on. Not everyone has BT. I think we're acting as radio for Europe's games tonight. If you're playing FIFA right now, hello. Hope you're winning your game. I hope it's not a last game on Foot Champs because that's stressful.
Bro, PSG have been carrying. Bro, the possession stats have just changed a little bit here. Overall, Marseille have had 43%, whilst PSG have had 57%. They've completed 224 passes, and Marseille haven't even reached 200 yet. 171 completed at the moment.
We've got Ewan who agrees with you as well. Hakimi's been key so far. His pace allows him to go up and down really effectively. Reminds me a bit of Kyle Walker in the Euros, even though he's playing a different role. That's an interesting comparison, Ewan. And Az, do you want to elaborate on that?
I mean, look, I love to focus on defensive players. I love focusing on them. Hakimi, look.
Oh, we're going to have to pause you there because Marseille are in.
There you go. Marseille in.
Oh! I'll let you take this one. You're just a bit behind.
Oh my God, they're replaying that. Shit. Jesus Christ.
I think it was just offside. Cengiz Under ran through on goal. And I think that was Hakimi. Talk of the devil there. getting back and defending, and it was crucial deflection. If he'd not been offside, then that it probably would have ended up as a goal.
This guy's a beast. He's a
yeah.
beast.
We've got Abhishek saying Reece James, Trent, or Kyle Walker. I'm Team Trent. Go on, as you take the second one, Shaw or Chilwell?
I have to say Shaw, but this season so far, Chilwell has been immense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's been, in my honest opinion, Shaw's been our worst player this season.
Wow. I haven't watched too much of
yes.
United, so that's interesting.
It's just his defensive awareness is awful at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him. But like I said before, when you don't have a top manager in charge, inconsistencies trail way quicker than they should in the season. Usually top managers make sure that their players are consistent from the start, the middle, and the end. It doesn't always happen. Of course, you're going to have cracks here and there, but it shouldn't happen with, top class players like Ronaldo and Varane in your team. When you're playing next to top class players like Varane, it shouldn't be happening. You should know your spot. You should know your job. You should be doing it. And he's not. And you're not doing it. You're not even doing it 1 week. I think the only time he played well was the Leeds game, and he wasn't even top 5 best players on the field. It's just disappointing because he had such a great Euros run alongside Harry Maguire. And them two players are disappointing today. By far the 2 worst players on the pitch today. Disappointing.
Fair enough. Josh sort of disagreed. He said Shaw and Walker. Well, I mean, you said, I think, Shaw maybe overall, but this season it's definitely Chill. We've got 35 people listening. Thank you very much, people. It's currently 0-0. We've had the game halted already, as customary in Ligue because Marseille fans have been throwing things on the pitch. There's not really any excuse there. It's been pretty disgraceful, to be completely honest. Nothing too malicious, just rubbish thrown at PSG players when they're taking corners. We've had 2 disallowed goals so far, and we've got a couple minutes left of the half at the moment. Right now, Marseille are on the ball. They've really taken control of the last 10 minutes or so, it has to be said. And now they're coming into near the PSG box. Got Dimitri Payet on the ball. He's left it wide. Payet again on the overlap. It was Cengiz Under there. Would move over to the left-hand side. It's going to be a PSG goal kick. Robert Brennan says you should support an Irish team. Treaty United. I'll go. Who's the one that's top one on FIFA? Is it Shamrock Rovers? Yeah, we'll support Shamrock Rovers. There you go, Robert. Imagine I don't know. I don't know much about Ireland except it's heavily divided, so I've probably just pissed off a bunch of people. EC Eclipse is here. Good to see you guys back. How are you? Good, thanks for asking, mate. I'm doing okay. Anta, how about you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. EC Eclipse. I saw your tweet on Twitter, mate. I appreciate all the responses to my tweets lately, mate. EC Eclipse, obviously, it's a friend of mine, fellow fan maker. And yeah, man, does his thing, and it's good to see you in the chat, my friend. Very, very good to see you in the chat.
Lovely. We've got Ollie stuff. We're saving that for half time because we'll stay focused on the last couple of minutes. I said, don't you worry, Josh. I've seen your comment. Still 0-0 at the moment. Mendes on the ball. That's a Di Maria now. As me and I'd mentioned, there's been quite a bit of rotation in this PSG front line that's caused Marseille damage. I think man said there's 4 shots on target right so far for PSG. Oh, here we go. Hakimi into the box. Big interception. Yeah, must say, Shaletta Sarr and Lewin Perez have been monstrous at the back for Marseille. They've blocked a lot going down that right-hand side. Has to be said. Fair play to them. Saliba hasn't had too much to do. He's really just been kind of running back towards goal. But big up to Lewin Perez and Shaletta Sarr having a good game so far.
Bro, the thing is, with Saliba, it's a hard one, bro, because I think look, there's a player in there, obviously. Do I think he's the best? No. Do I think he'll ever be the best? Not right now. I think he has great potential, though, man. Look, us rivals can always banter a player that has obviously been listed next to Arsenal, obviously. But I think one day he'll be in the Premier League for sure, and he'll be doing his thing for sure. I think at the moment, a lot of people are comparing him and Gabriel together on Twitter. I've been seeing it a lot recently, but I don't really rate Gabriel, and I'm all for Brazilian bias, but I just don't think he's all that, in my opinion. But Saliba, I see way more potential there. Way more potential from what I've seen of him.
I will say as well that Saliba, I think this season's definitely he's hit his best form. He's been challenged a lot in this Marseille back three. He's asked to almost play as like a right wing back at times, so he's playing very good and getting challenged now. Now Marseille are on the counter attack here. Pai plays it wide. I think it's just going to be kept on for Pilarola. Cut back to Guendouzi. We've got Pai free on the box. He's going to get chased down. Oh, he's dummied it very nicely. It's Kamara. Oh, it's beautiful play from Marseille. Oh, it just doesn't quite come off at the end. It was the wrong man on the end of it. I think it was Rongier. Still time left here. Pai to the edge. And it's blown over. I think that was Cengiz, I believe. That was some really nice play there, wasn't it, Ads?
Listen, Marseille play good football. That's what I'm saying. I know they might not be the best, but they do play good football.
Yeah, they have a very nice link up there. It just fell to on the edge of the box after a dummy first by Dimitri Payet, and then it was a nice little layoff led by Boubacar Kamara. It fell to Rongier on the edge of the box, and it didn't quite come off. He kind of got stumbled over his feet. But Marseille causing big damage there to PSG, and I think that was a nice little snapshot of how they have the quality to really keep up with this side in a lot of ways. Obviously not Messi level, but it was interesting stuff there. So Verratti's been injured after a Guendouzi barge. Verratti, of course, has had 11 separate injuries since August 2019. GNA TV says over 30 viewers. Smash the like button if you're new here, and please subscribe also. Please do indeed. We hope we're giving you a good show, give it a good little listen as well, and hope you're enjoying what else you're doing at the time. Right now, happy to know that we're your added commentary and hopefully providing a bit more insight than the BT Sport commentators. We're coming into halftime as well, and the benefit is halftime we're going to discuss other topics as well, give a brief little breakdown of this game and then go back into it in 15 minutes. But obviously it's been other topics discussed, so yeah, we've got a minute left of this game, this half, sorry. If you want whatever type of topics you want discussed, just hit to the comment section now. But PSG have got a final counter-attack here. Messi looking to run in behind, and he doesn't quite get to it. Luan Perez. Messi look, I have to say, I've never seen Messi look so slow in that moment.
But Messi, a lot of people say Messi's slowing down. I don't think he is. I think he's just going to take us. I think what's he going to do is he's going to take his time at the start of the season, and then as he develops into it, it'll be getting quicker. And I think we definitely scored double-digit goals this season. That's just my opinion. I think
fair enough.
He's too good not to. I think there's just always going to be a player in there, no matter what age. We do have a question here though from EC Clip. He says, "Do you guys rate Payet?"
Yes, I do. I mean, I'll get his stats up in the background because this season I thought a bit going round about him. He's been. Have you seen what his numbers this season? I'll get them up. Non-scribble. I'll talk you through. Have you seen them? He's got 6 games, 6 appearances so far. He's had 5 goals and 3 assists. So it's 8 goal contributions in 6 games. He's been a couple of them have been really good free kicks as well. It's been sort of vintage pie. I think the phrase would be. But it's half time before we head to other topics. I mean, I will just say I've seen Neymar go off the pitch and have a laser sort of fired at his eye. That's been a common thing in Ligue, and sadly this season as well. It's been a lot of crowd trouble, it seems. I'll keep the TV on to make sure I can let you know if the game's been suspended, but because that's always a possibility. Ads, your thoughts going into half time. What do you think of the game, and what team do you think can win it now?
I think Marseille are going to win it. I think they've just played way more fluent football compared to PSG. I think Messi's been the only standout attacker for PSG, although he hasn't been having a good game, and that says something. I think for me, the only shining light for PSG has been Hakimi overall. But, defenders don't win you games. It's midfielders and attackers, and the midfielders and attackers of PSG haven't been awake today. And I think Marseille are definitely going to capitalise on that. So what I'm expecting is a few substitutions here and there for both teams. And I think once they are made, we'll definitely see how the game plans out.
Yeah, I thought as well, nicely summed up. I'm going to give a bit of a breakdown here before we talk other topics for half time. I mean, in the first 20 minutes, I think PSG really had Marseille rattled. They had a goal disallowed early on. And in the first 20 minutes, they had 63% of the ball. And they felt a bit more on top. But since then, since about the 20th minute mark, since Marseille had their own goal disallowed, really, it's been them. Marseille picked up the possession. It's now about even. And I'm going to get some of the stats up in the background. I will just talk you through the Inter v Juventus game. At the moment, it's still 1-0 Inter Milan going into halftime. And I said we will talk other topics, me and Ads, going to halftime. I'm going to get the final little in-depth stats up. Just the expected goals so far. If anyone doesn't know, that is the measure of the quality of chance the team creates. And if I can get it up for Marseille v PSG. At the moment, the stats stand at 1.83 XG for PSG, 0.26 for Marseille. So even though Marseille have got back into this, PSG, by the stats, have created better chances, has to be said. But as I'd summed up, I'm also feeling Marseille at the moment. It's been pretty good. We're 85 subscribers away from 3K. So let's close that gap, and a giveaway will be happening once we reach that mark, people. And yeah, for the new people, you'll definitely want to listen to that. Now let's go through the questions, Ads. I'll hit the first one up. You get one up ready as well. But I'll ask you, I'll answer this, Abhishek. Abhishek has asked, any particular reason for the hostile crowd in Ligue 1? If anyone doesn't know, but you should know, there's been a number of pitch invasions to the point where I think the next time Marseille have a pitch invasion or a game disrupted due to fan trouble, they will get a 1-point deduction. So there's been a lot of trouble here. And I'm not in France, so I don't quite understand it. I think it's a combination of the fact that they've been let out of what was a relatively strict COVID lockdown. This is the first time they've been let back into stadiums. And fan culture in Marseille is always a bit more extreme, a bit like Italy. You have the ultras. And Marseille fans are typically extreme. So it's a bit of a toxic mix, it has to be said. Anthony, have you found any question in the chat that's taking your fancy?
Oh, here's one. Where do you think Van der Beek will go if he leaves United? Wow.
Ooh, go on, you take that first.
Listen, I think he'll go anywhere that appreciates him, which is pretty much any club that isn't United. That's my answer. I honestly think Van der Beek's a top player. For those who have watched him at Ajax alongside myself, you'll know what quality he would bring to any team. I think at United, there's so many crap players, and everyone thinks that, because we look at one person who's actually a good player, we just target him and then we'll just put the other one on the bench. No, it doesn't work like that. Oli generally just does. I don't think he rates Van der Beek. And it's a sad sight to see because you see him pissed off on the bench. You saw him throw his chewing gum at Phelan when Fred was coming on. This shit happens. And he's a top player. I think he's top class for sure. And I think a good fit for him would be Leicester. I think he'd be around a good crowd. I think
even influenced by this comment just popped up, a Tielemans replacement.
Look, I think if he goes to Leicester, I think that would definitely be a good club for him to join, because look at the quality in midfield that they have. Look at the experience he could gain from these top players. He has Ndidi. I know they're around the same age, but Ndidi, in my opinion, is top class. I think he's a very underrated midfielder, and he's a definition of a solid DM. Tielemans is a midfielder who can score goals. It's there. It's in him. He can defend, score goals, go forward well, track back when he needs to. To be honest, doesn't ever really need to track back. He's always in his position. And whenever he goes forward, something positive happens. And I think Van der Beek could be that player for Manchester United, but he's just never going to be because the manager doesn't rate him. So I think Leicester should be the club he goes to.
Fair enough. Well summed up. I mean, as knows Man United better than me, I'll just finish off the Man United section because I've realised we've got quite a lot of questions about Ligue 1, which is positive to see. So Abhishek has asked, would you label Sancho a bad signing? I'll take this one. I don't think he's a bad signing at all. I think, like Anton's hinted at, Ollie's just fails to utilise him, same way Donny van der Beek. I think when a different manager comes in who's more flexible, because it's hit me, Man United have played a 4-2-3-1 really since Mourinho joined. So it's like, once they get out of the system, I think shackles will be off and we'll see a very different United. But let's talk the game a bit more because I'm pleased to see there's a lot of interest in it. Jack has said, actually been a very interesting game. For a lot, the higher Hakimi gets, the more stretched Marseille will be. And of course, the counter to that really isn't as the higher Hakimi goes, the bigger opportunities for Marseille to counter-attack.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said before, defenders don't win you games. It's just this how much he can do. Like, this is why people rate Trent and Reece James so highly, because they can win games, they can score goals, they can get assists. We've seen Reece James score a goal the other day against Norwich. Yes, it's only Norwich, but we see Trent Alexander-Arnold giving him really, really, really good balls into the Liverpool attackers. And that's something that Hakimi needs to start doing a bit more. I know he goes forward well, but it's in the ball going to be his own man and try run lanes. Just to himself in that department, I think he'll definitely be one of the best around in that position.
Fair enough. Right, another one that has Ewan as well says Pochettino start to PSG made seem as a worse manager. I'll take this one. It's made me more unsure of him when linked to big jobs, but I don't really have enough knowledge on Ligue 1 to back that up. Yeah, it's actually made me seem as a worse manager. I think his PSG side has been quite. He's been in this job nearly a year now, and I'm only just really starting to see progress. And I know he had a similarly slow start at Tottenham, but I feel like a top class manager now needs to come into a squad and see some progress straight away. And the fact I'm only starting to see it now, like this game is the first time I've seen this front four sort of rotate in the way they have, like a way you would expect a top class team to. So I'm a bit. I has slightly it's dented my reputation of him, but in that same note, Ewan, I think Pochettino can regain that credit depending on how he does this season. If he wins tonight, it's a big win for him. Let's get another question up. Let's get another one up. It's a different one. Are you a fan of Madueke ads?
What's that?
Oh, okay. No, I was going to. Noni Madueke is a PSV English youngster, and I'll take this one. So X has asked, PSV gets back. Do you think Madueke will leave in the summer? For those who don't know, Madueke he's quite a rogue player. But he was a Tottenham youngster released by the academy at the age, not released, so he left the academy, I believe, at the age of 16, 17. And he went straight to PSV and in the Netherlands, left with his mum. And really, since then, he's built a really solid reputation for himself. Done a video on him before. He looks like a really entertaining youngster, but he's not quite hit form this season. I think a good club for him would have been Leicester, but now they look like they're going to get Ademola Lookman in. If they don't get him, I'd expect Madueke to go there. If he doesn't go there, a move back to Tottenham would be ideal, but I don't know if that will happen. Jack has asked, whenever Ollie is sacked tomorrow, 2 weeks, 3 months, etc., which caliber of club? It's an interesting one. Let's keep it short because we're going into second half. But I'll let you take this one. Whenever Ollie is sacked tomorrow, 2 weeks, 3 months, which caliber of club would take him as their head coach?
Newcastle.
See, I don't know. I don't know if that's an insult because they're now very rich.
I mean, look. No, that's just a joke. No, Newcastle, no, they wouldn't employ him. Look, I don't know. I don't see Ollie managing another club that isn't Manchester United. I just don't. I know Vieira is an Arsenal legend and he's now managing Palace, but I just don't see Ollie ever managing again once he's sacked. I just don't.
I get what you mean. It feels like a lot of the reason Ollie's has done good things is because United's kind of been built for him and he already knows it. Like Vieira, that's a great comparison. Like Vieira's an ex-player, but he learned his stuff firstly at the City group, I think under Roberto Mancini. Then he went and managed in New York and had a very, very successful time for 2 years. I was speaking to an MLS fan the other day called Luke James, and he said like Vieira was one of the best coaches in the MLS when he was there. And then he went to Nice and had a moderately successful time too. And now he's gone to Palace. Like, he's completely different to a manager like Arteta, Lampard, Ollie. Yeah, I think you've hit it on the head. I don't see Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer in another, certainly not a Premier League job, maybe a Championship one or another sort of foreign job, which isn't an insult to him. It's just, I think United was built for him in essence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And let's have a look at any of us. I feel for Poch. X is getting some good questions. He's gone from being able to develop youngsters to having some of the best, most well-established forwards in the world who probably can't be coached. So I would counter this. I think Thomas Tuchel showed that these players can be coached and they will do things. I just think maybe Poch has struggled to control his team properly or implement his style. So maybe it's not all on him, but I definitely wouldn't say, X, that it's all on the players. I'll take this one. Abhishek has asked, do you see Lampard managing a Premier League club soon? I hope for his sake, no. It would be a very bad move for him. He needs to go back into exactly like we were just speaking about Vieira. He needs to go somewhere out of the spotlight and build up his confidence properly again and his managerial credit. Because if he goes into another Premier League club and does badly, he's never getting a managerial job again in the Prem. Like after, I think, especially with Tuchel was really the narrative now. Right, it might end up being the same for you. Is oh my god, getting rid of Lampard was an amazing decision because look what we've achieved then. That could, like you mentioned earlier, United could go on to a trophy. Imagine you get in a Conte and win. Like, I mean, it's not an insult to say like Europa League or FA Cup. Like you win that, it'll be like. And then next season challenging for the Champions League or the Premier League. It's like, my God, I didn't want to get rid of Ollie. I liked him, but wow, thank God we did.
Yeah, I know. But I know. It's just the thing is, you look at how much quality we have in the team right now compared to how much it was last year. Of course, it's not a drastic change, but when you have Cristiano Ronaldo and Varane in your team, of course it's going to feel a lot better. But how we play, our presence on the pitch is not that much better than it was last year, which is a problem. And the only reason why things stay the same is when the ringleader's there, and the ringleader in this situation is Ollie. So if he leaves, of course there's going to be a difference. Whether it's negative or positive, we don't know. It's just for us to find out. And I think that Conte would be the perfect fit for Manchester United.
Exactly. And then the final thing we'll talk on Ollie, because again, we'll begin soon. Out of the box Ollie replacements. I know the three obvious ones are Dan, Conte, Eric Ten Hag, but I'd love someone like Marcelo Gallardo and even Graham Potter. I've been facing the comment chat, but I will say, I think if United were a club that weren't so heavy on branding and like public image, there's like, if they weren't like that, then they might have been hiring like a Potter or Gallardo. But I mean, as a United fan, I don't think there's no way United go out of the box, right? The next name that comes in has to either be a crowd favourite or like a big name.
Yeah. No, Manchester United is the biggest club in the world, in my opinion. Plainly because of our history. I'm lucky enough to have seen my team at least lift one Premier League. When I was 8 years old, 2013, I remember it. We lifted a Premier League. Have I seen us even, a sniff for a trophy? Yes, but we lost in the final in a bad way. A top manager has to come in. And we don't accept mediocrity. Us, obviously noble and humble fans, those who can wait. It's no rudeness here, no offense, but they can kind of just like support another team if they just want to be patient. I'm not patient. I want my team to go back to winning things. There are old fans who are obviously going to pass away soon. Of course, they want to go out in a bang and see their team actually win things on a good note. See their team on a good note, And obviously these new fans, they're not going to be wanting to support us. They see 5-0 Liverpool against Liverpool. Who they're going to be supporting? They're going to be supporting that team straight away. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Rivalries between teams, the rivalries between fan bases, the people you're surrounded by doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be supporting that team. Like, there are people and families who were brought up with Arsenal. That younger brother might be supporting Tottenham in the next 3 years, Like it all depends on how well the team's performing. If Manchester United get their shit together, fam, we're gonna have a whole load of new supporters. Best believe.
I think the night topic is really. I think it can only be a big name because, especially after Chelsea brought in like a rogue name in terms of Maurizio Sarri. And that was at a time when Chelsea needed to rebuild and they were transitioning in and out of defensive football. So that made sense. United need to win and they need to win now. So they can't go for, I don't think they could go for a project manager. There's no project. It's to win right now, as Santos kind of hinting on there. But get back into the game. Marseille v PSG. And I think I'm going to have to head off for a bit. I'm going to start the commentary. Course.
Yeah, I'll be back. Just
wonderful. All right. So, guys, second half, what are we expecting? I mean, that's quickly gone. There's a small danger of becoming Arsenal for United, but I don't think they're close to that stage. I think they're a few years off that, Xavi. But I agree with this comment. Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Sad to say, but they are. Right. Enough United talk. Back into the game. The players look like they're coming out. I mean, guys, I don't have commentary. For all I know, this could still be suspended. We could be waiting for fan trouble to clear up. because if you're just joining us, the game was already paused and there was already a stadium announcement because guess what? Ligue 1 fans started throwing crap on the pitch, as always. I mean, Rohan doesn't seem to be a fan of PSG. I don't enjoy their football. You must have enjoyed them under Tuchel. They were fun. But PSG, it looks like the game's about to go. For anyone who's just tuning in Ligue 1 for the first time, they're like, why is this guy like so relieved that this game is actually going to like play? It's because it just keeps getting suspended. On Friday, we had the game delayed for what? We had a game delayed for an hour. And we've got 22 people watching and listening. Appreciate that. Coming out now. Pie's coming back onto the pitch. We're getting back into it. Let's go. These guys should not be losing. Well, Xavi, it's because, Messi and Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria, it's a great quartet, but it's not really clicked. I mean, it has clicked this game. It has to be said. Poch has got something right. I've never seen this much rotation in that front four. Mbappe's generally been an isolated striker up front. Like, he's had, I think, 9 goal contributions in sort of 11 games, which is good, like really good, obviously, but it's not been representative of how he's actually played. When he's played for PSG, he's acted as a lone striker and really been feeding off of scraps. And you don't want to see Mbappe like that. You want to see him getting a lot of the ball. And I have to say, this game, he has got that. So we might be in for a bit more goals. It's 0-0 at the moment. 2 goals have been disallowed. I must say, I missed the second goal being disallowed. I still thought it was 1-0 for a couple of minutes. That's the dangers of running a stream as well, especially when you're not a fan of this team. So I'm not, as a neutral, just trying to give you good analysis at the moment. Marseille appeared to have tried a tactic there where they just punt it into the wing. There's a fun tactic in Ligue 1 promoted by Rudy Garcia, a former Lyon manager, where the other team will punt it out for a throw-in in the opposition's half and try and box them in, because getting a throw-in in your own half is like, it can be quite hard to escape pressure. Ryan says, I've never seen so many space and PSG have been shocking in the final third. Damn, Rohan. I mean, I might put the link back in the chat soon, so you can come and have more of a say. Do you think Under at Marseille will get another EPL move, considering the last one didn't really come off? Yes, I do actually think this, Ewan, because Under's been really good at Marseille. He's dropped off a bit recently, but he got like 4 goals in his first 2 games, 4 goals assist on his first 2 games. We have 30 people watching. We're 89 subscribers off 3,000 at GNA TV. I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Thank you. PSG on the attack right now. Di Maria crosses in to no one there. Marseille going to get a goal kick. Pau Lopez to take it. Pau Lopez, who you may know from Roma, who did not do very well last season, has had a good game so far. Made a couple of vital saves, particularly on a Messi header in the first half. Marseille trying to build out from deep. Pai on the ball now near the halfway line. As Marseille try and push their players forward. It's very interesting how there's not been many teams in Ligue 1. In fact, there's been no teams in Ligue 1 that have really stood up to PSG in the way that this team have. So to say PSG have crushed everyone. They've had to hold the ball in the corner for a few games against relegation fodder. But Marseille have held a lot of possession, particularly since the 20th minute. And they've been doing very well. And they're currently holding it now. They're keeping the ball, and PSG are able to get it off. Of course, PSG's style can revolve around counter-attacking, so maybe this is more of a choice from PSG. So we shouldn't just say that Marseille are all over them or anything. I should say as well, there's been no changes at half-time. There has been one change at half-time. Idrissa Gueye has come on for Marco Verratti, who was injured before we went off after a Guendouzi shove. Guendouzi, by the way, has had a very good game, I do have to say. Mbappe, he's probably offside, and he is, in fact, offside. He tried to get in behind. Marseille have played a very high line this game. They've almost been caught out a few times. In fact, PSG have had an expected goals so far of 1.83, 1.58 from open play, I will say as well. So clearly there's a bit of hole in this Marseille defence. Let's go back to the comments as well, sorry. PSG must win this game. Litecoin, Dogecoin. Dogecoin will make you a millionaire. I'm in Polkadot, so be quiet. PSG looking to play out. Marseille going for the pressure. Claims a handball, but it's not. Rongier on the ball now. We've got Guendouzi servicing an option, but Milik there as well. Payet on the edge of the box. Finding a shooting chance now. Carries it into the box. He's gone down. It's a complete dive. There's no chance that's a penalty. He's got his shock takes on. We're going to have a VAR check for this, but it's not going to be a penalty. No chance, no chance. Payet's gone down under pressure where he's going into a cul-de-sac. In fact, he's tripped over his own foot. So, yeah. Rowan says, I've never seen such a high line at PSG doing nothing. Yeah. That's a good added commentary there from Rohan in the chat. Thank you for that, Rohan. It's an important point. Marseille keeping a very high line at PSG are yet to... They've created chances through it, but yet to make a clear-cut, big, open chance. PSG currently on the ball now. Wide to Kimpembe. Nice ball over the top from Messi. We've got Mbappe on the left wing now. Facing up his marker. It's back to Messi near the left centre of the box. Messi into the box now. Hakimi heads down. It's cleared away. Now it's Guendouzi on a potential counter-attack from Marseille. Payet. Now it's down to Lewin Perez. And Marseille come forward again. Cengiz Under's inverted this game. He was started on the right wing. Now he's moved to the left. And he's carrying the ball forward now. Claiming for a free kick. He did do well to carry it up the pitch, but he's going to get nothing from it. And PSG restart build-up play. Neymar on the ball. Good tackle again from Matteo Guendouzi. He's been superb. Almost like a sort of a forward defensive player here. Really winning the ball a lot. He did lose it after, but it's not the first time he's won the ball off someone in possession today. Mbappe, nice skill, but gives away a free kick. This is typically a very fiery derby, but nothing has sparked up majorly yet, it must be said. Meanwhile, of course, in another big game tonight, Inter and Juve have kicked off for the second half, and Inter are winning 1-0. Rodrigo Bentancur has come on for Bernardeschi for Juventus. That came on. It happened in the 20th minute. I think Bernardeschi was injured. It'd be interesting to see if Max Allegri can pull anything from this game. Back to Marseille now, who currently have the ball. I will say there's a general lack of pressure on the ball from PSG. By the way, tell me if you're watching along, you're not enjoying the commentary, because I feel like a lot of people listening to this sort of radio thing. So I'm trying to give the best descriptions as possible. Taking my time, I've been doing a good job. There are 28 people listening, so I think we're doing okay. Thank you very much to myself. Yeah, as I was saying, lack of pressure on the ball from PSG. They're kind of allowing Marseille to play in their own half. Payet's just had to drop deep for the ball. Kamara played it very nicely wide now. We've got Lewin Perez on a potential attack here for Marseille. Into Milik, back to Payet. Got Guendouzi in space. Payet, it's a poor ball. Straight into the arms of Keylor Navas. Now PSG coming up. It's sort of this game's a bit of a lax end-to-end match. Little time in build-up play, and both teams are going straight for the other's gut. PSG will probably now do the same. Hakimi into Messi. Back to Hakimi. Marseille giving a bit more respect to PSG, but are keeping a comparatively high line. Move this microphone here. Hakimi. Back into Gana Gay. Gay. Up wide. And it's going to be a corner. I will say Idrissa Gana Gay is a... He's scored, I think, 4 goals in his last 5 or 6-ish games. Had a very good start. Maladino has asked thoughts on Royal Union Saint-Gilloise. This is a Belgian team who are top of the league, I believe, still. Maladino, you will hear thoughts on them. So for Breaking the Lines, I'll be bringing an article in the coming weeks, because there's a lot to tell about that story. But we're going to keep to the PSG Marseille game. But noted that. Ewan has asked, Octaviano, lad, thoughts on PSG's use of Messi in a 4-2-3-1? Ewan, I respect you for getting answers out of them. And he says, thought you were a bot. Octavinho actually gave a good answer. It's a good move as long as he plays as number 10 behind the strikers. Nice analysis from the commentary panel with the chat. I'm appreciating it. Neymar going for a corner, and again, the riot police are going to have to come out and shield him from rubbish thrown onto the pitch. Oh my goodness, they're having to hold up fences to block rubbish coming on. It's quite shameful from the Marseille fans, I have to say. Ball into the box, cleared away. There's gonna be hot temper now, but Marseille coming up on the counter-attack here. There's a big chance here. This is 2v1. Powering through. Cengiz Ünder. He's been pushed down. That has to be a red card. Oh no. What's going on here? The referee has given a dive when Cengiz Ünder was powering through on goal. It looked like Hakimi pushed him in the back. I want to see this replay. Personally, I'm very surprised. That looks like a straight red card to me. Ünder is through on goal. Hakimi gives him a shove in the back. That has to be a red. You can't. There's no way you could give that as a foul to PSG. I think the referee gave a dive. It's hard to tell if it's in the box. We don't know if VAR can actually interact with this. It looks like they will. It looks like they're going to give potential for a red card. I think there has to be a red. He's going slightly off an ankle, but he's clearly through on goal. It's just outside the box. It's a blatant foul. I can't believe the ref gave it as a dive at first. It's going to be just outside the box, sadly, I think, for Marseille. But the question is, will Hakimi now get sent off? I mean, as we're talking, there was delays of being fired at the referee and Marquinhos. So, I mean, you're probably hurting yourself there, Marseille fans. Sampaoli's itching on the touchline, eagerly awaiting a VAR decision here. VAR, he's going to have a look. The referee is going to have a look at the decision. There has to be something here. I'll be shocked if PSG get away scot-free, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hakimi's about to get sent off and Marseille about to go down, PSG about to go down to 10 men. It's incredibly blatant. I think the argument would be that Under's legs sort of click with Hakimi's, but there's clear action for Hakimi's left arm to push into the back of Under. He's through on goal, and he has the ability. He would have had the ability to square it straight to Arkadiusz Milik. I don't personally see any other option other than a red card. The referee has changed his decision. It's going to be a free kick. He's got his cards out. It's going to be a straight red card for Achraf Hakimi. PSG are down to 10 men, and it is 100% deserved. It was a terrible tackle, a terrible push from Hakimi. You can understand why I did it. It was a cynical foul. Under was about to score, but now PSG are down to 10 men. The benefit will be for PSG is that it's only a free kick, not a penalty. Getting a replay now. Under powering through. Hakimi just shoves him in the back. It would have been a goal for Marseille, or at least a big chance. Straight red. No disagreements there on my half. For the people watching, put your thoughts in the chat so we can educate the people listening along. 22 of you people watching along. 56 minutes played, and Hakimi has been sent off for PSG. Now we have a Marseille free kick. And I will say Pai, I believe, has scored 2 free kicks this year. So don't write this off. We have got Keylor Navas in goal, who is one of the best in the world. But are we about to see Marseille go 1-0 up? In Le Classique. PSG wall is armouring up right now. Marseille players are also trying to block Keylor Navas' vision here, which is waiting for the build-up of the free kick. Milik and Pai are standing over it, but we know exactly who will be taking this. So 20 people, if you're listening, we're about to have this Marseille free kick. Pai he steps back, ready for his run-up. Here we go. Dimitri Payet. And it's a mile over the bar. That's a big letdown for the Frenchman. He's disappointed with himself completely. It's just outside the edge of the box as well. PSG, Marseille might not get a better chance than that for Payet because that's his territory. 0-0, but PSG are down to 10 men, and Marseille is set up to press very high now. We'll see what sort of substitutions PSG make as well. They are now down without their right back, so something's going to give. Check if they have a backup right back on the bench. They do have Tilo Kehrer, who I expect will come on. PSG to go long now. They're having to give up and build up play. They're going to see if they snatch something here. This could be a big moment for Marseille. You have to remember, guys, currently in the Ligue 1 table, Marseille could close in on second place, I believe. PSG currently are, I think it's 3 points clear. 6 points clear at the top of the table, with a game in hand, of course. But if Marseille win this, they'll go to 20 points, 7 points behind PSG, and they'll go to third. My mistake. They'll go to third position, which would be currently a Champions League spot for Ligue 1. Let's have a look at the comments. Marseille bribing refs like it's the 90s all over again. Lewin says, I have to disagree with you and there, Lo. I think it's a clear red card. Maladino says, yeah, I've played the new FM. I'm thinking of getting it, but I'm not 100% convinced yet, mate. Angel Di Maria has come off now for Tilo Kehrer. Pochettino making a defensive decision that he absolutely has to. 18 people listening along. I appreciate you listening. Di Maria comes off. We're about to resume. Be interesting because you've got to remember as well, in European football, 5 substitutes are allowed. So there are plenty of options for both sides here. We've got half an hour left. Neymar's gone down here, winning a free kick quite expertly. It looks like a yellow card's about to be given to Orangier. Yeah, he's charged into Neymar's neck. It's not a good tackle. It's a yellow card. It's going to be a yellow card, I imagine, at least. PSG players are obviously surrounding the referee. They're not happy about this at all, especially with Hakimi being sent off. They're going to complain about absolutely every decision. But it's like the referee's not having any of it. I think Roger, in fact, has escaped with no booking. Nah, he's only going for a header, to be fair. Now, PSG will be interested to see what they do. It'd be a big statement if they could win still, but I suspect they might try and run down this clock. Away at the Stade Velodrome, you do not want to take too many risks here, especially with Marseille in the kind of form they are in. Let me remind you guys that Marseille have only lost 2 games in 9, with 18 goals for. Di Maria on the bench, not looking too happy, it has to be said. A bit like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer earlier. PSG still looking to press high, but I'm very confused about their midfield shape here. It currently look like a 4-1-2-2. This is very interesting. Danilo Pereira is essentially sitting back behind Gana Gueye and Neymar, who's dropped into midfield. He's currently one of the deeper midfielders. He's tracking Guendouzi, which is an interesting battle. Marseille make a good switch now. It's Dimitri Payet on the left-hand side. He's going to square up. Kehrer. Payet into the box. It's cleared by Marquinhos. Only to the edge of the box, though. It's going to be a PSG throw-in. As Chaletas are trying to keep it in. Jules Chaletas is an interesting story. The Marseille Croatian centre-back, he was meant to be leaving in the summer. Marseille were desperate to get a fee for him because it would have helped him pay for other transfers. But in the end, he didn't leave. And there was rumours that there was discontent within the club between Sampaoli and Chaletas, frustrated why he didn't leave. But he's playing now, and he's playing pretty well. Guendouzi is a very nice pass through into Payet. Good progressive pass. Payet down the line now. Cengiz Ünder. He's won himself a throw-in. That's a very heavily armed policeman on standby in case things get ugly. Which I imagine they will with PSG win, sorry. Perez into Payet. Messi tracking back now. It's good defending from the Argentine. Kamara into Guendouzi. Marseille just sitting in midfield here. PSG are defending quite deep now. And you can see there's a definite overload appearing on PSG's left-hand side. Payet is hugging wide areas, looking for an overload for Marseille. Nice play from Under. Now it's Guendouzi. He attempts to play to Payet. It's a bit too heavy. And he hasn't been able to keep it in, sadly. Pierre Mus has said, I like Payet on that left-hand side. So do I. I think he's having a good game at the moment. In terms of he's getting into the right spaces. Obviously, that free kick was quite poor, though. 30 people of you listening along and watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you like the button and subscribe if you're new here. We do this often, the European watch along. Kamara's looked really good on the ball, says Ewan. Did he not start as a centre-half as well? Yes, he did. Boubacar Kamara, he was a 19-year-old centre-back for Marseille a couple of years ago, particularly under Andre Villas-Boas. But then he gradually moved into midfield, and now he's really playing more of a box-to-box midfielder. He's a really talented player. And he's still, I think he's still only about 21 years old, I must say. I'm going to double-check that with you now. Yes, Boubacar Kamara is only 21 years old, so there's a lot of potential for this young player. And he was rumoured to be leaving in the summer as well. Charles Strong TV says, big up, let's go smash the like button and subscribe. But thank you very much for reminding people of what to do. Under, plays wide to Payet into the box. Big opportunity! And it's just wide. Oh, it's a good arriving run for Rongier. Payet made a very nice cross into the box. Rongier managed to arrive late in between Kimpembe and Marquinhos. His header's a good one, but it's just wide. Perhaps got a bit too much slice on it there. Navas would have been helpless, and Sampaoli is frustrated on the sideline because that was another big chance gone begging for Marseille. 65 minutes gone, 25 minutes left plus added time. We expect after the red card there will be about 3 to 4 minutes added time at minimum. Pereira into Messi. Messi doing very well to evade pressure from Boubacar Kamara, and now PSG can potentially counter-attack. Here's Kera. We go Mbappe on the left. Tried to pass into the box, but it's intercepted well. Payet now. Another potential counter for Marseille here. It's rather end-to-end now. Payet carrying it forward here. PSG players yet to get back. He's played it in, and it's very good defending from Marquinhos. Very mature defending. Shielded the ball well. I'd expect Marseille to make a change soon because it feels like they're going a bit stale now, bar that Rongier header. Feel like they're lacking something. On the bench tonight, they have got Gerson, a Brazilian midfielder. Although we should say now, PSG into the box. Gay, Mbappe, big block there. Huge block for Marseille. Again, Guchaleta Sarr. Saleta Sarr and Lewin Perez have had terrific games tonight, has to be said. But yes, as I was saying, there is potential for substitutions for Marseille. We've got Haidt on the bench. We've got Papagay on the bench. We've got Dieng too. And Conrad de la Fuente, of course, a former Barcelona academy player who started the season very well, but he's kind of faded out a little bit. He's been benched a bit more. I expect we will see one of these players come on, particularly Bamba Dieng. Now, Marseille down the right-hand side. Crossed in, and it's going to be an easy one for Navas to claim. Milik, he started well this game, but he feels like he's starving of chances. And now as PSG look to go straight up, Messi on the ball. Messi once more. Back to Gay. PSG really slowing down their play. Yeah, Pierre Moss echoes my thoughts in the chat. He says Marseille could use some fresh legs. I completely agree with you. Particularly with the sort of tempo that this team, this style provides, this high pressing system. PSG just looking to lure Marseille players in, I believe. You've got Mbappe hanging on the last defender, no doubt waiting for an opportunity to make a run but in behind. You also got Thilo Kehrer, who's traditionally a centre-back, pulling wide, similar to how Hakimi was. It's clearly a system choice from Pochettino. He really wants some width today. And he's got the ball now, Thilo Kehrer. Back into Neymar. Players recycling possession here. PSG potentially calming things down. 35 people of you listening. If you're playing FIFA, I'm hoping you're winning your game, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the little show we've got on today. Now, Danilo Pereira onto the ball. Neymar. There's a distinct lack of forward options for PSG. They're continually having to go back, and Marseille defending pretty resolutely until now because Kehler's got in behind down the right-hand side. He looks to cross in. Oh, straight across the goal mouth. That was tasty, but no PSG players could get near it. Now, Lirola for Marseille. I say there's a distinct lack of powerful running from Marseille. We're getting into the final 20 minutes. You'd expect a change. Although the ball hasn't really gone out. I can understand why there hasn't been one. Really slowing play down now, Marseille. I expect the crowd want a bit more from this. Payet into Rongier. Back to Payet on the left-hand side. It's interesting to see that Messi and Mbappe are still staying pretty high up. It's played very nicely wide from Kamara. Crossed in. Oh, it was a decent cross in there, I believe, from Cengiz Ünder, who's looking to press and win it back. Sorry, Piolarola. Looking back at this cross from PSG, it was very tasty. It's like Pau Lopez was basically stuck in goal. There's no chance he's getting to it. Finally, as I said, there's changes coming. Is Valentin Rongier is coming off a Papagay, the tall defensive midfielder. Conrad de la Fuente is also going to come on for Marseille. My friend Aaron would be very happy, as am I. The other player going off for Fuente is going to be... waiting for it to pop up now, my friends. Yet to see, yet to come up, actually. Boubacar Kamara. So that's an attacking change from Marseille. They've taken off one of their, two of their midfielders, and they've brought on a replacement midfielder and an attacker. Another person's joined the chat, VJ for Sports. Hello, VJ. Please like the video. And hope you're going to enjoy this. We're currently giving a bit of a show to Marseille v PSG. We're really getting into this one, I must say. There's a lack of topics coming in from the chat. I think everyone's just listening along and enjoying this one. Now, Conrad de la Fuente, to give a bit of background, former Barcelona academy player, was born in Miami in America. He's meant to be seen as one of the brightest talents in European football at the moment. He's an electric winger, so he could cause PSG some damage if Marseille can catch them cold. But it looks like PSG are going to aim to do that instead because PSG are coming forward with Messi. Messi powering forward here, under pressure from Payet. He's made a brilliant pass under pressure into Neymar, who loses the ball, unfortunately. PSG regain possession. As I said, Aaron is in the chat. Conrad on. I assume Donnarumma was injured. Didn't have us deserve to start. For me, he's always been very underrated. No, Donnarumma has actually complained about his lack of game time, Lewin. And in this game, yeah, it's been shared about. He's typically played Champions League matches. Yeah, Marseille definitely not playing for a draw, as Pierre says. Absolutely. Let's see what they can do, though, because the player still is yet to pick up tempo. Like, Guendouzi has found a nice pocket of space. He was tempted to shoot, but he's laid it wide. Can he crossed in here? No. Well won by Nuno Mendes. Or Nuno Mensch. Mbappe looking to play a pass to Messi. Messi's done just about enough to get it back to Neymar. There's an overlap here for Gay. Messi instead looks to cut inside. And there's a pitch invader. Oh, my goodness. Pitch invader has come onto the pitch and completely stopped PSG's counter-attack. Now, that is something you don't see every day. Oh, my goodness. There's been a huge invasion of staff on to get him off. Goodness me. If I was a PSG fan, I'd be fuming. Just to recap there, Messi was leading quite a powerful counter-attack. And for a moment, it looked like another Marseille player tracked him down, but it was a fan dressed in white who's gone to track him down and completely stop play. That's again, shameless. I think that would have been a Marseille fan as well, because PSG fans, from my knowledge, have been banned from this game. And Ewan says the pitch invader has better defensive awareness than Harry Maguire. Fairness, in that moment he did. He's completely destroyed the PSG counter-attack, and I'd be fuming if I was PSG. Marseille fans have definitely going to face another penalty for this, because they've done all they can to disrupt the game without completely suspending it. I think PSG players will be wound up by that because that was a big opportunity. They've got the ball again, of course. Here comes Marquinhos. Plays wide. Kimpembe. We've got James Page in the chat who says, West Ham are absolutely massive, and the massive Irons are absolutely massive, of course, after an impressive win over Tottenham. Now, what can Marseille do? Again, their play is really slowed down. It's hard to tell if it's to do with fitness. Or are they happy for this draw? I can't imagine they will, but they've got a big opportunity to win here. Guendouzi, again, doing his best to carry the ball forward. Once again, received it. Played it out into Pai, who's in the centre of the pitch now. He's blocked off by a resolute PSG defence. Perez into Conrad de la Fuente. What can he do? Looking to cut inside. Oh, he's turned. Oh, he turned Kera very well. Goal! My goodness me. It is put to the far post near Cengiz Ünder, who volleyed it very close to goal. Just wide. Conrad de la Fuente providing a bit of magic that was really needed there. Let's go back to the chat. Pierre Moss is getting weird with the French soccer, all the fan issues. Ewan again comments on it. You can't say Messi hasn't slowed down when the pitch invader's catching up on him. That's a very good point. Now, Marseille have a corner, I must say. Pilots to take it, and would you be surprised there's a lack of things getting thrown at him when he goes to take the corner? Of course. Pai lining up for the corner. Crossed in. Oh, it's going to fall back out here to the edge of the box. It's like it's under. And it's going to be cleared away, but Marseille going to try and sustain some pressure here. Pai is free on the left, and I think the Marseille see that. Going to look to play it out to him. Papa Gay sitting back. Guendouzi, who's picking up more good spaces here. He's driving Marseille forward, I think I have to say. Guendouzi once more. Turn back. The duo of Pereira and Idrissa Gana Gueye defending very well now. PSG are forcing Marseille to be quite static in their play. But I must say they're pressing well when needed, sort of like a Mourinho mid-block. Gay now. Out to Leola. Into the box now. It's got to Pai on the far side of it. Pai will stand up Kera. Chipped it to the back post. Oh, it's going to be a weak touch from Cengiz Ünder. Had a big chance. It's been blocked. That's Leola. He's done well to keep possession here. Marseille really sustaining pressure. Gay takes a shot that maybe wasn't needed. It's rebounded out to Paye. Paye now to Perez. He's got Conrad de la Fuente to his left. Conrad de la Fuente on the ball. Going to cut inside. It's well stood up there by Mbappe, who says the PSG attackers don't do their defensive work. They clearly are this game. Going to be crossed in though for Marseille. Going to fall to that post. Oh, Conrad de la Fuente has missed a gigantic chance. Oh, my goodness. It was a brilliant ball in there from Leola. And it fell to Conrad de la Fuente. In fairness, I don't think he was expecting to receive it. And he takes a dodgy touch. And as soon as he takes it, hands over his face, he realised that was a gigantic opportunity there. Oh, Sampaoli, head in hands. Huge moment for Marseille. That could have been the winner. They've had the opportunities to kill this game. In the meantime, Bamba Dieng is going to come on for Milik, a far more mobile player who has been compared by El Hadjouf to Didier Drogba and myself to more of a Sadio Mane, Senegalese winger. He shows good balance in the box, but also really good speed going in behind. Cengiz Ünder has also come off for Gershon. So I'm interested to see how Marseille line up now. Taking off their arguable target man. Ewan has said, this may be a really stupid point, but surely PSG have to be playing more direct with Mbappe up top. One on the ball and he's through, right? It's a bit more complicated than that, but you're about to be proven right because Mbappe has gone through with a ball in behind. He's looked to cut it back, but no one's there. It's fallen as the Neymar on the edge of the box. It's a good block there. I think it was Gerson who's just come on. So maybe Ewan does have a point. But yeah, wow, what a missed opportunity. It definitely was. Izibio Future says, please God, let PSG win. See, PSG aren't the favourites in France, but I don't think Marseille are either, to be perfectly honest. I will say Neymar had his shot blocked after he was late to arrive, and Neymar he's gone under the radar this season, but he's not done well. In 5 appearances in Ligue 1, he's only got one goal scorer and 2 assists. He's going under the radar. And of course, there's some psychological problems, I think, with Neymar, which is quite sad to see. But while Messi has no goals in Ligue 1, Neymar only has 1. Sampaoli firing his team up to get forward. They've got 10 minutes to potentially win this game over last year's runners-up, of course. Quick one. X Alpha O says, what do you think about Wilson's goal yesterday? It was brilliant. Wonderful goal for Newcastle. And we mentioned in pre-game, it looks like, I think that was Wijnaldum about to come on for PSG. Doesn't matter at the moment because they're going to hold the ball. Kimpembe. Para. Now Messi. PSG really slowing down their play. You sense they're trying to slow it down to a snail's pace to try and get Mbappe to make a surprise running behind and catch Marseille off guard. It happened a few minutes ago, so we'll be surprised if that's their game tactic because they're not going to be able to outplay this Marseille block, especially with 10 men. As if you're just joining us, Hakimi did get sent off for clear foul. In fairness, it saved PSG a goal. Gave away a free kick, and which Payet didn't score from. There was a ball tried in behind from Mbappe. It's fallen to Guendouzi. He's giving it away to Neymar. Neymar now. He's giving it back to Marseille, who clear it, who look to get up. Guendouzi pumping his team up, who's someone who's definitely taken a leadership role since he's joined Marseille on loan from Arsenal. Marseille's defence is staying fairly switched on, it has to be said. I don't think PSG have really had an opportunity in this second half to make something happen. And Aaron says that Conrad miss broke my heart. It did inside as well. But there's still 10 minutes left now. We've just headed into the 80th minute between Marseille and PSG. I'll be shocked if this does end 0-0. Just on the opportunities we've had in this game and what we could still have. But at the same time, PSG are really looking to slow this game down. They'll be happy for a draw, let's be honest. Mbappe's a nice play in the middle, but it's back to Danilo Pereira. Messi's almost dropped into a right wing-back spot, but he's carrying it forward here and he's giving it away to Lampers. Can PSG counter it? Payet got Gerson potentially on an overlap. Bamba Dieng trying to make a running behind and stretch this PSG defense. Gay. Guendouzi. Got De La Fuente on the right. Once again, PSG, Marseille's wingers, have switched. They're beginning to put a bit of pressure on once again. Gerson, Dieng making a running behind. It's ignored. Payet. Gay. Guendouzi now. Into the box. Big chance. Oh, it's just over everybody's heads. Going to be a goal kick to PSG. Now 9 minutes left. Substitute now for PSG. And Neymar's come off. He's not going to add to his 1 goal and 2 assists in Ligue 1. And Wijnaldum's coming on, who's been not really hitting it in Ligue 1, as I mentioned. So let's see what he can do. Could be a big opportunity for him. Neymar strolls off the pitch here. 33 of you listening along. We've got 8 minutes left of this big derby, Le Classique. And to give an update into Juve, I believe the score hasn't changed. It's still 1-0 Inter. 36 people listening along. Now Wijnaldum on the ball. Guendouzi looking to tackle, but can't quite get there. Messi. Look, ball in behind. Here comes Mbappe now. He's through on goal. Oh, William Saliba with a last-second challenge. Is that a fair one? Mbappe doesn't complain. That might have been a goal-saving challenge from William Saliba. Wow. We'll get a replay on that soon. Mbappe, he's light-heartedly complaining, but no other PSG player really did. I'm sure VAR are going to have a check. But I think Saliba's made a very good tackle. Marseille will come forward. It doesn't matter because here comes Gerson. To Payet. Payet driving inside. Always brought down. Free kick. And PSG players are not happy about it. They're pointing to that other end, that opportunity at the other end. Let's see what Marseille can do. Now, Payet. We've mentioned him this game because he had an opportunity to score from a free kick before and he missed. And in fairness from this tackle, I don't think Pereira wins the ball. We're looking at this other challenge. Saliba, it looks like it was a good tackle. I don't know. Two replays shows opposite things. He's celebrating it, and Mbappe didn't complain too much. I think that's going to pass by, though. VAR, just like what happened with Hakimi, they could turn it into red, but I think it's all good. I think it's going to be a Payet free kick. And I mentioned it earlier. He's had 2 goals from 7 free kicks this season in the league. So this is a big chance for him still. Right in the centre of the box, the centre of the pitch, sorry, just outside of the box, I will say, just outside of the half circle. PSG's biggest chance of the game, a more direct ball to Mbappe. You're getting these type of predictions for free chat. I love that. 30 people listening. 5 minutes left. Dimitri Payet on the free kick. He scuffed it completely earlier in a bit of a similar, closer position. Maybe because it's about 20 to 25 yards out, potentially. This is better range. More room to get it over the wall and back under the goal. Marseille fans are hyping this one up. This could be a big moment if Payet can hit this properly. But of course, Navas will be prepared. Everyone knows Payet is an amazing free kick taker. The pressure must be immense. The fans jumping up and down, flares going off. Payet, he starts his run up. Well, he's going to have to... Yep, here we go. Payet. Here he goes. Payet, Dimitri Payet. Into the wall. It jumped high and blocked it. Again. Marseille miss out on what for them can be golden chances for a Dimitri Payet free kick. They look to go straight again. Marseille have sort of reverted into a bit more defensive shape. Gay out wide. Loala into the box. Oh, getting close. And Wijnaldum's out wide. And he's been boxed in here. Conrad de la Fuente gets it. It's going to be a corner. He's won a corner. He's done well. 27 people listening. We've got about 4 to 5 minutes left. And then plus added time. That Payet free kick probably wasn't going to go in, by the way. It's going to be actually decision changed, by the way, to a goal kick for PSG. Marquinhos gets a yellow card for dissent. Sampaoli up and down the touchline. He must know what a big opportunity this could be for Marseille. I'm sure if you ask them pre-game if they take a draw, they might have, but I don't know. I think right now they've been 1 man up since the 57th minute. You'd hope they can get something here. Juan Perez out wide to Payet. There should be a significant amount of added time, by the way. Palpagay. Back out wide to Payet. He's drifted left aloft this game. It's got Dieng making runs. Gay. Oh, it's a poor pass. He's wasted and lost possession here. Ooh. Final 3 minutes of the 90. I've got earphones in. I'm not listening to anything. There we go. Right. PSG take the throw. Gay. Looking for Mbappe. It's calmly passed back though by Chaleta. Now, can Marseille cause anything here? Kai De La Fuente on the right. He's making a nice run. In behind, it's going to go out for a PSG goal kick. Marseille just not finding this final ball. De La Fuente's made good actions since coming on, but it's been a bit hit and miss. He missed a big chance, and he's just given the ball away there. PSG definitely taking their time. They sense it now. They need to see this one out. It'll be their first draw of the campaign, I believe. Quinhos to Navas. The fans are not letting up in the Stade Velodrome. It's a packed-out arena. Scenes like that are great. And Marseille looking to keep a high line and high level of pressure here on PSG as they look to play out of it. And they've lost the ball here. Now here come Marseille again. Saliba. Guendouzi now. Run on the outside by De La Fuente. Guendouzi goes down. Wins a free kick, I believe. He done well. Marseille will take their time. I will say in the first few minutes, they had a big chance from a free kick in a similar area to this, quite wide, far from the box, where Payet crossed it in, and there was a big chance for Valentin Rogier, the central midfielder, who headed quite poorly and should have got it on target. Now, Payet has the opportunity to put in another good ball. His free kicks haven't been great tonight, and neither's that one. Doesn't beat the first man. Perhaps the pressure's getting into him today. I'm Parrish. Marseille recycled the ball. Papagay. PSG sitting back in a bank of a 4-3-2. Guendouzi. Cuts in. Oh, he tries to bend a shot. It's on target, but it's a simple save for Navas. Now PSG looks to counter here. Mbappe. He's missed his touch. Lewin Paris wins it back. And here come Marseille again. There's 4 added minutes left. There's been some reports of a penalty to Juve. We'll head back to that after the drama ends here. Right, there's going to be a corner kick now. Corner kick to Marseille. Dimitri Payet. His delivery, as I've just mentioned, is not being good tonight. Bar the first sort of few minutes, we had one good free kick. And Pierre Moss has updated us. Dybala has tied the game for Juve. Juve now tying 1-1 with Inter Milan. But what can Marseille do? Corner in from Payet. Flicked over. De La Fuente wins it. Now it's Saliba wide. What can he do? He's faced up by Kimpembe. Recycled back to Papagay. PSG just looking to defend now. Guendouzi. Nice ball inside to Gerson. Back to Payet. Again, his cross is blocked. Or Guendouzi's caught sleeping there as Danilo Pereira goes forward. But Saliba gets back really nicely and wins it. De La Fuente now. He's got a bit of space. He goes against Kimpembe. He's done it lovely. He's cut it back and no one's there. Huge opportunity potentially for Marseille, but Guendouzi just wasn't at that moment. Oh, De La Fuente showed his magic once more though. Now Messi loses it. Payet. Marseille are definitely going for this now. Payet makes a great turn in midfield. Is it wide? Gerson. He's got Leroy on the overlap. Gerson. Edge of the box. Papagay. Gay. And it's a mile wide. 2 minutes left for Marseille to do something. But as Lewin has mentioned, to be fair to PSG, they're showing they can dig in and grind out a result. I imagine they'll find themselves in this position like this later in the UCL, absolutely. Every player for PSG is defending. For the people who say that PSG attackers won't defend, it's simply not true today. Danilo Pereira on the ball. And he wins a free kick, a valuable free kick, and he's going to go down and try and take as much time as possible for PSG. PSG take their free kick. Kimpembe, nice ball up to Mbappe. Papagay tried to give it back to him. Marseille coming for a counter-attack here. Payet. Is it wide to Gerson? Guendouzi wants it in the middle. It's played slightly back to Gay. Now Guendouzi. He's got De La Fuente to his left. Guendouzi. Is he going to go for a shot? No. Plays back quiet to Payet. There's an overload here potentially. Loyola on the right. Payet back into the box. Good interception there from Tilo Kehrer, stopping De La Fuente. Pass it across. It's going to be one of the final chances for Marseille. Another corner. It was a big interception there from Kehrer. Payet. This could be his final delivery of the game. It probably is. He scuffed it so far. Can he get this corner right? Deep breath, everyone. Payet gears up. In comes the corner. Saliba headed over. That's 4 minutes past. I think we're about to see the end of the game. And 0-0 in the La Classique. I think it'll be the first 0-0 on the GNA TV channel. The directors upstairs have looked like they're ending the game. And yep, game over, 0-0. It was a tough one. Tough one for Marseille to take. They went down to, they went up to 11 men v 10 after the 57th minute after Hakimi got sent off for a clear foul. And potentially that may have led to Marseille going 1-0 up. It was where Cengiz Under was through on goal and had the potential to square it to Milik, but was pushed down by Hakimi. That's going to be a 3-game suspension, though. Straight red card. PSG stay top of the table, 28 points, and Marseille just get a draw, which puts them to 4th, one behind Nice and Lens. I think it's a missed opportunity for Marseille. I think for periods in the second half, they got quite static and slow. They needed the injection of pace from De La Fuente and Gershon, but it wasn't enough. So if you ask me to man of the match of this game, I find it hard to give it to a PSG player because I don't think they played particularly well. I think they defended well in the end, but for simply the first half, where, may I tell you that PSG had 1.83 expected goals, I think I'm going to give man of the match to, if I can just double check with my stats before I just go off my ratings. I'm feeling one of the centre-backs between Perez and Saletassar. I think I'm going to go with Saletassar for Marseille. I think he was the best player on the pitch tonight. PML says that was intended for a 0-0 draw. Absolutely was. And to give an update before we go, Inter are drawing 1-1 with Juve. In fact, we'll switch over. Why not, eh? We'll switch over. I don't know how long is left, though. There was a red card late on. We've got 1 minute left. Inter v Juve. Referee's given a yellow for Chiellini. I mean, this will probably end up as another draw too, but it looks like Inter Milan have a free kick in the last minute. Can they do a better delivery than Payet? By the way, guys, after this game, we will head off. But while we get a moment, I want to say thank you for listening on. We had about 30 people listening for most of this. So throw-in here. Sorry for Inter. Darmian into the box. Flicked on. Cleared. And then Darmian boots it away because the game is over. 1-1 in the two big derbies tonight. Inter v Juve 1-1 and 0-0 between Marseille v PSG. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. It's been a very good show. I'm happy. This feel like we found an identity here. A lot of you guys obviously don't have the access to watch these games. Happy to provide good commentary as a sort of radio show. If you liked this, please make sure you like the video. Subscribe. It really help us out. I'll be back on this channel, I imagine, for maybe next week or the week after. Yes. Thank you very much, everybody. And, well, we shall see you, as Alex finds the outro button, next time.